Dear students, welcome you all. In the last video, we have studied about origin and evolution of life, origin of human, and the place of the origin of man. In this video, we are going to study about important factors responsible for human evolution. Based on your textbook, total 8 important factors are there. They are: the first one, climate change; second one, growth in brain size; the third one, food and shelter; fourth, bipedalism; fifth, tool making; sixth, language; seventh, domestication of animals and commencement of agriculture; and the last one, art. In this way, 8 important factors are responsible for human evolution. Let us discuss one by one. The first one, climate change. Climate change. The changing cycles of climate and weather have greatly affected the human evolution. The last 6 to 8 million years has generally seen cooling trends marked by recurring ice ages. The onset of ice age around 2.5 million years ago covered most part of Earth with snow, and there were major changes in climate and vegetation. Around 2.5 million years ago, there were major changes that took place. We've seen large number of changes were found in climate and vegetation. The cooling and drying conditions led to the contraction of forests, and growth of or expansion of plains or grasslands and deserts. Around 2.5 million years ago, we've seen downwards of forests and expansion of plains or grasslands and deserts. This increased competition among plants and animals for food. Competition among animals and plants for food. The species which could better adapt to the climate changes and procure food survived. The species who are better adapted to the climate changes and procure food survived, and the others became extinct. Many times, new species originated from them which adapted better than the earlier species. The early forms of Australopithecus faced gradual extinction, and genus Homo, the early man or the genus Homo, which was better adapted to drier conditions, survived. The Australopithecus faced gradual extinction, and we seen the better adapted Homo or genus Homo was survived. The last ice age witnessed around 20,000 years ago. Last ice age witnessed around 20,000 years ago. Hence, it was the Earth's climate that triggered a number of changes in various species for survival. Today, we are living in a time that is relatively warm compared to the last 6 to 8 million years. The weather and climate of the earth has played an important role in the origin and evolution and the existence and extinction of various species. I once again repeating, the weather and climate of the earth has played an important role in the origin and evolution and the existence and extinction of various species. In this way, weather and climate played an important role in the human evolution process. The second one, growth in brain size. Growth in brain size. The human species evolved larger and complex brains due to the environmental challenges they faced. They had to survive against physically powerful animals. The size of the brain in the Homo habilis was very small, and it is similar to or slightly larger than that of chimpanzees. The size of the Homo habilis, the size of the brain in the Homo habilis was only 600 cubic centimeters. 600 cubic centimeters. I was already told that it was only slightly larger than that of chimpanzees. The Homo erectus species had the brain size of 800 to 1100 cc. 800 to 1100 cc brain size of Homo erectus. Likewise, the Neanderthal man had 1200 to 1900 cc. 1200 to 1900 cc. And the Homo sapiens is also considered as wise man of today, has the brain of about 1400 cc. About 1400 cc. It is more than twice the size of the brains of chimpanzees and gorillas. The growth in the brain size induced many activities like improved vision, upright posture, bipedalism, tool making, use of fire, planned and skilled hunting, storing food, language, etc. These activities helped in the development of the brain. Man involved in many activities like tool making, use of fire, planned and skilled hunting, storing food, language, etc. These led to development of brain also. So the development of brain influenced on his activities, and also his activities influenced on the development of brain. The third one, food and shelter. Food and shelter. In this point, three subpoints are there: the hominids, and hominines. The hominids lived on trees. The trees provided them protection from the predators. Predators means parabhaksakalu. The hominids were food gatherers. They procured food by gathering seeds, nuts, fruits, berries, tubers, etc. They were not meat eaters. The hominids were not meat eaters. They only eat seeds, nuts, fruits, berries, tubers, etc. The hominids began to adapt to land. The changes in climate or ice age reduced the forests and expanded the grasslands, plains and deserts. Grasslands, plains and deserts. They were forced to come on to land to procure food. Initially, they came onto land for brief periods of time, which gradually began to grow into longer periods. Then they adapted to land dwelling. The hominids began to use caves and extended stone boulders as shelter. stone boulders as shelter. These shelters on land provided them with considerable safety from the predators and from rain, wind, and sun. The Neanderthal man was the earliest cave dweller. The shortage of food made them to scavenge for food. They covered long distances to forage or scavenge for naturally dead animals or leftovers of animals killed by predators. Animals killed by predators. The above activities made them gradually develop an upright posture and consequently the bipedal motion. The upright posture and consequently the bipedal motion. This was required for survival. The third one, hominines. The hominines and the archaic human species began planned hunting and fishing to the already existing gathering and foraging and scavenging techniques. The earliest evidences of planned hunting and butchery of large animals is traced to two sites. The earliest evidences of planned hunting and butchery of large animals is traced to two sites. The first one, Boxgrove in England, dated about 5 million years ago, and Schöningen in Germany, dated about 4 lakh years ago. Planned hunting required developing tools and cooperation from fellow beings, as the animals they hunted were larger, stronger, and faster. Planned hunting and making tools stimulated the growth in the brain size. The growth in brain size in turn helped him to plan and make better tools. The early humans also began to visit places of abundant food supply. The places like riverbeds and lakebeds had abundant supply of food. These places necessarily did not have caves or extended stone boulders for shelters. They began to erect or build structural shelters by using stone, wood, skeleton, or large animals, or bones and thatch. The journey of human species commenced on trees, continued in cave dwelling, and proceeded to structural shelters. The third one, bipedalism. The hominoids were quadrupeds. Quadrupeds means using 4 legs or 4 limbs. They walked on all 4 limbs, but the 4 limbs were flexible. The hominids gradually adopted an upright posture. Bipedalism was a basic adaptation of the hominines. Here, bipedalism means walking or running on 2 feet. Bipedalism means walking or running on 2 feet. Using 2 feet for walking or running is called as bipedalism. The skeleton structure and the muscles also adjusted over a period of time to the upright posture. The skeletal structure and the muscles also adjusted over a period of time to the upright posture and the bipedal motion. Bipedal motion freed the 4 limbs. Bipedalism freed the 4 limbs. The 4 limbs gradually developed precision grip and power grip. ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಹಿಡಿತ ಮತ್ತು ಮುಷ್ಟಿ ಹಿಡಿತ. Precision grip means ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಹಿಡಿತ ಮತ್ತು power grip means ಮುಷ್ಟಿ ಹಿಡಿತ. With this, the 4 limbs evolved into hands. This gradually helped in hunting and depending from predators, as hands could be used to make tools and also use them. Walking on two legs also provided a greater long distance vision and helped them to cover long distances. Walking on two legs also provided a greater long distance vision and helped them to cover long distances without spending much energy. Here, important one, what is bipedalism? Bipedalism means using 2 feet for walking or running. Fifth one, tool making. The use of tools is not confined to the humans. For example, some monkeys and apes use stones as tools to break nuts. Monkeys and apes use stones as tools to break nuts. But the use of tools by humans is far more advanced compared to the monkeys and the apes. The process of making and using tools required greater intelligence. For making and using tools required greater intelligence. Wood, bones and stones were used to make tools. They were mainly used for hunting or defending from predators. These tools are used for hunting or defending from predators. The use of stone tools is studied as the Stone Age in history. Stone Age in history. The making and use of stone tools were responsible to the evolution of forelimbs into hands and also the growth in brain size. The oldest known stone tools are the Oldowan stone tools from Ethiopia, which are dated to 2.6 million years ago. The skill and advancement in making stone tools have made historians to classify the Stone Age as Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic Stone Ages. Further, the humans also began to produce metals from ores and produce copper, bronze, and iron tools, which are studied in history as respective metal ages. The Australopithecus species is said to have first used the naturally available stones as tools. Australopithecus species is said to have first used the naturally available stones as tools, But the making of stone tools from naturally available stones and using them is positively identified to have started with Homo habilis. Here, the Homo habilis used the natural stones along with few modifications. Next one, language. Planned hunting required cooperation. The early humans began to use signals and gradually 2 or 3 words utterances. The early humans began to use signals and gradually 2 or 3 word utterances. This kind of crude communication began to improve to produce different kinds of sounds. Crude communication began to improve to produce different kinds of sounds. With the passage of time, these utterances and sounds formed language. The development of language was mainly because of the growth in the brain size. The development of language was mainly because of the growth in the brain size. The growth of language for humans required short-term memory. Short-term memory is necessary. It requires brain to remember and use many steps and combination of logic, words, symbols and thoughts. Steps and combination of logic, words, symbols and thoughts are requires. The chimpanzees, which are the closest cousins of man, cannot remember the past 2 to 3 steps of logic, words, symbols, or thoughts. The chimpanzees, which are the closest cousins of man, cannot remember the past 2 to 3 steps of logic, words, symbols, or thoughts. The use of language in turn stimulated the brain to grow. Not only the growth of brain size influenced on growth of language, but also the use of language in turn stimulated the brain to grow. Use of language also contributed to growth of brain size also. Next one, the seventh one, domestication of animals and commencement of agriculture. Domestication of animals and commencement of agriculture. Domestication of animals was followed by the commencement of agriculture. It means the domestication of animals was first started, later agriculture was started. The humans who were food gatherers and hunters now became food growers or food producers. They were prepared to overcome the effects of the climate changes like the ice age by adapting to domestication of animals and agriculture. They had food in the form of domestic animals. The first animal to be domesticated is generally believed to be the dog. The first animal to be domesticated by man may be dog. It continuously hanged around the hunter's camp to pick up bones and scraps of meat. So the dog is always hanged around the hunter's camp to pick up bones and scraps of meat. They developed a bond, thus the dog was domesticated. This was followed by sheep, goat, cow, cat, camel, and horse. The dogs helped the humans in hunting and guarding his shelter. The rearing of animals made man a nomad. He traveled widely seeking food and water to his animals. Commencement of agriculture is considered as a revolutionary change in the history of human evolution. Commencement of agriculture is considered as a revolutionary change in the history of human evolution. This was an important aspect of the Neolithic age. Therefore, it is called as Neolithic Revolution. Man began to grow various crops like wheat, rice, millets, etc. The practice of agriculture is not more than 13,000 years old. It made him lead a settled life. This cropped up villages. The villages and towns were foundations of civilization or civilizations. In this way, the domestication of animals and commencement of agriculture led to beginning of civilizations. The last one, eighth one, art. The skill of art of making figurines or painting developed at a late stage of human evolution. Many such artifacts are discovered at many places of Europe, Asia, and Africa. But none can be dated earlier than 40,000 years ago. Small figurines or decorated objects were carved out of stone, bone, or antler. The paintings in caves are generally of hunting or of animals. The paintings were done by using paints of charcoal was mixed with water, blood, animal fats, etc. The art is claimed to have served the aesthetic pleasure or were rituals or served magical purposes. In this way, the skill of art of making figurines or paintings developed in the later stage of human evolution. Large number of paintings were found in Asia, Africa and Europe. In India, Bhimbedka is the best example for these kind of art. The above showing pictures are found in Bhimbedka of Madhya Pradesh. These are the 8 important factors responsible for human evolution. As far as our textbook concerned, this is very important one because there is a long answer question is there. Discuss the important factors of human evolution. Therefore, these 8 factors are very important for the examination point of view. Here, I stop my explanations on factors responsible for human evolution. In the forthcoming videos, I will explain about the famous civilizations of the world. Thank you all.